good evening, everyone. Let me just wait for the feed on my end to catch up to make sure the audio's okay. Just because this is the first stream that I've done in such a long time, I just want to make sure that the music and voice is perfectly mixed, leveled, whatever. And it is. Great. Let me adjust this really quick. Boom. And there we are. Well, welcome everyone to today's PNT Public Broadcast. Coming live from Florida. I'm Josh, and I'm one of the founders of Project New Tomorrow. And we thank you guys for coming in on such a short notice, of course, because I know I said on the Discord server, oh, we're going to give you guys a few days heads up notice, and then I throw a curveball, and I'm like, oh, we're streaming today. So, yeah, basically pretty much what happened is I just decided to kind of get it out of the way for this week since we're kind of all really busy, schedule-wise. So, you know, so Tuesday worked, I get off of work, and I'm here now, freaking tired, coming off of a damn 7-hour shift, and now we're going to work on Project New tomorrow. So, today specifically, I'm going to be working on the Dream Staterooms, which is one of our projects going on. I'm going to touch on that. I'm going to show you what we've been doing, what's been going on. I'm going to show you guys kind of how far along in terms of assets we are, because I know you guys are interested about that, and I want to provide transparency. So yeah, if you have questions or anything, leave them in the chat. I'll answer anything, but I'm really just going to be focusing on that. Just to kind of explain the point of PNT Public Broadcasting. So PNT Public Broadcasting is kind of like it is the brand. It is a thematic brand for the live streams we will be doing on this channel. So just a quick little backstory of there. PNT Public Broadcasting is really inspired off of a lot of different things. So while the live stream itself, once you get past all the fancy themed brand stuff, will not necessarily reflect that. The branding reflects kind of like a early television kind of broadcasting network feel. Very inspiration was drawn off of networks from the time towards the 70s, such as PBS, and a bunch of different radio stations and television broadcasting stations. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the theme of that. It took me, I got it whooped up in a few days, and I think it turned out pretty good. If you don't like it, then let me know. And speaking of that, we are going to be having a survey for this live stream because this is our first one, and we're going to give things a go. We're going to see how things go. So we do have a link in the description that is a link that will take you to our website to a page called Survey. I do recommend, and I kindly ask you to wait until the end of the stream or whenever you finish watching the stream to fill it out. It should only take 2 or 3 minutes. And after that, after the stream, we will be reading the survey and taking feedback in as to many different aspects, such as, you know, how you like the environment, how you like the hosts, how you like the content we're presenting, and all that. It really is going to help me out. It's going to help all of us out. So please definitely fill that out. But enough being said, I do want to show you guys a little bit of what we've been working on here. So, the Dream Staterooms is the second project that we're working on, of course. And what it is focusing on is it is a digital experience of the staterooms on the Disney Dream. Common misconception: we're not, unfortunately, recreating the entire ship. We're doing the individual rooms. So essentially what we're doing is we're recreating the individual staterooms. So you will be able to go to the main menu. If you watched the earlier video we'd uploaded, kind of a preview of the nautical version, the nautical theme of the main menu for that project, that game, you could kind of see in the staterooms tab, or where after you hit the play porthole, it shows the different rooms. So that's kind of, so we have those individual rooms. So you'll load up the experience all together, and then you'll hit play, and then from there you'll choose 1 out of 5 staterooms to go and explore. And these rooms they're based off of the nautical classic ocean liner feel of the Disney Dream Staterooms. So if you're a big Disney Cruise fan, that like I am, you're really going to enjoy this recreation. And a lot of the people working on the project, huge Disney Cruise Lines fans, and there will be a lot of references, and there will be a lot of like thematics that are inspired off of Disney Cruise Line and off the Disney Dream in particular. Speaking of which, is something I think I showed once in the Progress channel, but I didn't make a huge deal about it, is this that I'm working on. And it is not fully complete yet, but this is based off of a lot of different things. This is supposed to, hopefully, become one of the screens for one of the main menus. This is for a main menu on the, and I know it looks kind of stupid and really crappy on the 4x3 on the live stream, but you just got to bear with me. If you do want to see a 16:9, a normal, how this will look normally, check the Progress channel on the Discord. But what this is this is based off the theming of the Walt Disney Theater, specifically from the Dream and Fantasy ships. And so you have this border outline where it says Dream Staterooms, which is based on the entrance of the theater, where you'd go through those doors into the actual theater itself, with the font and the lines and like the wooden texture, which is actually, I think the wood is a little bit too brown, so I may darken that up a little bit. But the actual centerpiece here is based on the Golden Mickeys, which is one of the shows on the Dream. I believe it's also on the Wonder. And classic show. It's pretty good. It's definitely not my favorite on the ship, but it's a classic that's been with the ship for a very long time. So we have these kind of recreation of that stage, like on a flat 2D image. Looking at it, trying to give it some depth, but also keeping it 2D, and obviously replacing Mickey with an unofficial recreation by Project New Tomorrow. Originally, we were going to. I made the decision. Well, we kind of sat down. We all kind of sat down as a team and made the decision to drop the name Disney from our recreations and just give a kind of just a neutral title, and then put the tagline in an unofficial recreation by Project New Tomorrow, because we want to make sure that people know that we are a fan-made project and we're non-profit, and we're doing this just for fun, by fans, for the fans. So we decided to drop that, just to try to ease confusion. So, and obviously keep the focus on Project New Tomorrow. But another thing I didn't show on the Discord was this, and this is kind of rough. This is what I'm working on. This is the options menu for the theater theme. So the options menu is based off of the, you can see the wall behind there is based off of the, you have the screen, you have the little like video screen next to the theater where you can view the show times and see the video preview of the theater show you're about to see on the actual ship. So we have that there. The wood's kind of off. I don't like it. I'm probably going to go back and redo it. Because I'm going to be honest, I haven't touched these two in so long. This is my first time reopening them in like maybe a few weeks. So the options menu looks extremely rough because I was stuck and I didn't know what I wanted to put in the center of that. And then a cool little touch is I put the, I took the, what do you call it, the muster drill sign, and I made my own muster drill sign, but instead I made it a return to menu button, so you'll actually click on the muster drill sign that is near that screen sign on the ship. You'll click it and it will take you back to the main menu. So it's sitting right over here. Boom, main menu. And then what was this? This one here. Oh, that's the welcome screen. Fun. So let me go ahead and how am I going to show this? I want to Let me look here. I'm going to figure this out. Because I want to show you guys the assets we've been working on. But because what we're doing on the team is we have everything on Google Drive. So that's how we're sharing everything. But then it's just going to look like a mumbo-jumbo mess on the stream. So unless I just start opening stuff one by one, which I may have to do, unfortunately. Or I could just pick and choose the really cool things that you guys would be interested in seeing. And then we'll actually do work on stuff. So the fun news is, with this project, while I'm going ahead and selecting things to obviously show you guys and explain, is modeling actually began. And the one thing that we've been behind on lately is modeling. And we'll be blatantly honest, barely anything has been modeled so far. But we're just finally now getting to it. What happened is we were originally doing it through SketchUp. SketchUp was being used for the Sci-Fi Dine-In, which has, we'll be honest, it's been slow. It's not been going as quick as we expected it to go. But I know Kyle's working really hard on it. And he's transferring, he had to transfer the Sci-Fi Dine-In project to Unreal Engine and Blender. And so he had to relearn those programs. He had to learn those programs from scratch, pardon me. So he's learning those, and I believe he just finished learning, so now Sci-Fi can resume. So that's pretty cool, pretty cool. So we are doing that. I'll show you guys, let me select this main menu here. I can also show you some of the game assets too. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm opening up. I'm through my files right now. Let's see. Another problem is literally every single time I press my push to talk button, the damn frickin' the folder, like, it I don't know, it deselects and it just freaks out. So I have to like select everything really quick while it's dead silent on the stream and then open it up just because of my my button. Alright, let me quickly open things up. I'll try not to take too long because it will be silent on here and that won't be fun. Okay, there we go. There we go. I selected what I could. Let me see here. Let me go back to, let's go Untitled. They make a funny computer noise. Okay. So, all the signs through the stateroom are being made customly. So, we actually, I actually can show you this one part on my Google Drive, I'll show you. Is, literally, when I was on the Dream back in October, I believe it was October 8th to the 11th, I got measurements of everything. I got measurements of the entire room. I brought measuring equipment on board. It was very minor stuff. I brought like a ruler, and then I had a laser pointer that gets the measurements of things. It's actually pretty nice. And so I had spent hours. I promise you I did not waste my entire cruise getting measurements for this project. But I spent a long time getting the measurements, and from everything. Like, this sign right here, this person, well, not this one, this is just an icon, but this sign out on the balcony, I measured this, and I believe it was like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So I measured all these signs, I measured all the furniture, I measured everything. There's like a list of like 100 dimensions that are on this final proposal sheet, and it's insane. It's a lot of stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I want to show you guys that, because it if I show you guys the dimension sheet, you'll kind of get an appreciation as to how many dimensions there really are for this project. There's a ton of dimensions. There's too many. There's way too many dimensions. And I know Finn, who's working with me on this project, couldn't make it here tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, he was like, "Oh my god, there's so many freaking measurements and everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, there are, because we want everything to be completely accurate, or at least to the close we can get it." Okay, so let me open this up here. Now, I don't have a shared screen for this yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one on my streaming platform now, so it's going to look kind of funky for a minute, so I apologize for that. Because contrary to popular belief, I was not expecting to show Google Drive, but I actually really want to show you guys this so you can see what's going on here. I promise you future streams will not be as boring as this. If you like graphic design and stuff, and like the graphic design aspect of the projects, then this will be for you. If you're more into the modeling stuff and want to know more about how the modeling is going, then oh cool, it appeared. Fun. Once Finn comes on board in future streams, that's when the real fun's really going to happen here. Now, this does say confidential. I know it does. I don't care. So just ignore that. You don't have to worry about that. That's on me. It was confidential as we were putting it together. Now, so I really don't care. It just mainly because it took us frickin' forever to get all these dimensions. We ain't doing any of this confidential nonsense. I'll stretch it a little bit here so you guys can see it better. It may look... it's gonna look horrible. Let me just do 4x3 here. There we are. Okay, so you can kind of see here, this is how I laid out the final document. So we have these sketches here made of the rooms. This is a top-down view that we sketched out. That kind of shows you what we're working with. You have right over... you can see my mouse pointer. Great. So we have the toilet portion of the bathroom, and we have the actual bath room. And then we have the closets here. The closets with the... they hold the life jackets and their room for storage. This door is the entrance to the room, by the way. This is the stateroom entrance. We're talking about... for the first room that we're working on, it is the deluxe veranda room. It is not the family room, it is the smaller of the two. So, you have this door. This door would normally connect to another room, an adjoining room. So it's an adjoining connecting door. This is the room that would really contain, like this part right here, would contain more of the bed. The bed stuff, the queen, I believe it is. It's a queen bed. And, you would have two lamp dressers over on each side of the bed. This little line represents a curtain to divide the room up, and then you have this part of the room right here, which would be the more common area, where you'd have the bed, the ceiling bed that'd pop out from the ceiling. You'd have the couch down below here, and then you'd have the desk, which also has the very small swivel TV that desperately needs an upgrade, but can't be upgraded because the desk was customly built around the TV, so that's fun. And then outside you have the veranda room, the veranda space. So these, I think I have one of these that really, yeah, this one right here I want to show you. Let me zoom up here so you can see a little better. Ah, there we go. This is much better. So this is kind of an outline as to how this is gonna look. So you have closet 1, closet 2, you have the toilet room, you have the bathroom, living, veranda. So these are the dimensions that we got from the room to measure it out completely for this project, because we want it to be as accurate as possible. Some parts, just because of how custom Disney made this room, like in terms of wall thickness, a lot of it's going to have to be guesstimation, but I shouldn't say a lot of it. I should say a tiny bit will have to be guesstimation, but majority of this is all accurate from what we got. And we also have the square foot from the room size. So we go down here. Let me reset this size for you here. Down here you have the, this is an entire list of interior dimensions. Fun. So you have an object or an entity, and then you have the dimensions that I got for it. So you have things in the interior, you have artwork frames, you have bathroom doors, you have mirrors, you have wall panel widths, and red chair, and stateroom lights, and so on, and so on, and so on. These are all in different sections. So these are all interior dimensions. And these are all balcony dimensions. So all this right here, this is all from the outside on the balcony. Signage dimensions from when I actually measured out the individual signs on throughout the room. Highlighted in green means I completed these. Bathroom dimensions, there's not a lot, because a lot of the bathroom really has to be guesstimation in terms of the sink and all that stuff, that fun stuff, because the toilet is not a standard size toilet. It's very small. So is the room. Deck corridor I got for fun, which is just the hallways. I got the elevator for fun. An important one is I got a porthole. I went out into the lobby at night, because what's nice about Disney Cruise is because it's a family ship, majority of the boat goes to bed and at around 10. So if you go out anywhere on the ship past like 10 o'clock, it's a ghost town. So I enjoyed the lobby. Just no one around at all. No one was out. And I was able to get a porthole one. Why is the porthole important? The porthole is going to be important when we work on the porthole version of the deluxe room. So deluxe porthole room and deluxe family porthole room, we need a porthole size, because basically what makes our job so much easier is that literally for the porthole room, we recreate the deluxe veranda, and then we cut off the veranda, and instead of the glass doors going out to the balcony, it is the porthole wall, and we have a porthole size. So killing two birds with one stone. It's television, door, ottoman, all that Ghirardelli chocolate. There's a bunch of stupid stuff on here, but it's stupid, but we got to make it right. It's got to be accurate. From brands to, like, you know, telephone brands from what the staterooms use, the alarm clock, what brand that is. I can tell you exactly what the brand is. Stateroom, but the safe in the closet, which does vary by the rooms I've seen, but this one was the one that was the kind that was in my room when I was on board. TV remote, just all a bunch of stupid stuff, but it's got to be right. So interactive stuff, kind of to give you an idea, because I know a lot of people were kind of questioning the interactive and interesting aspects of this project, and I've told people a ton of times I'm going to do my damn hardest to make this as interactive and as special as possible, even if you're not interested in Disney Cruise, because that's really the whole point of Project New Tomorrow, is to preserve something and get you interested in something. So, you know, we want these rooms to be as accurate and as personable as possible. So turn the lights on and off, turn the television on and off, blah, 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 all these different things. Have the jingle play over the PA every 15 to 20 minutes, and all these things to make it just an accurate, like, extremely special recreation. The ship horn, if you're out on the veranda, we're going to have it, like, randomly just burst out every, like, half an hour or 15 minutes. The ability to open and shut things, turn things on and off, move things around. I'm not sure. I don't want to promise that one because I don't know for sure. But, like, we have what do each of these switches do, individual details, and we have like little details that I personally like. They're not measurable. I'm not going to waste my time measuring these things. These things can be eyeballed and easily done. They're just not worth shampoo bottles and key to the world card and all those things. Those things can easily just be eyeballed. There's a lot of things in this room that, honestly, we kind of went overboard with these dimensions. Is a lot of these things can be eyeballed when compared to everything else in size. But we just went, you know what? Screw it. Here it is. All this fun stuff. You have all these individual details. You have the featured television channels. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you be able to turn on the television for the stateroom to create even more immersion, and we'll be pumping white noise in there too. For people with VR, people using it on the computer, 360 noise, spatial audio, television channels, muster drill, safety video, bridge report, and then one of the many Walt Disney Theater productions, and then deparcation video, just to create that immersion. Because really, the point of this tool is for Disney Cruise Line fans, but it could also technically be used by people who've never been on a Disney cruise before, or a cruise period, and wanted to have an actual personable look at what the rooms are, what they provide, what kind of amenities will be on board. You know, so that's kind of it serves multiple different purposes, and we're really going in depth to provide and recreate all these things. So let me get off of Google Chrome now, head back to Photoshop. Yes, the aspect ratio is 4:3. This is extremely experimental. The decision was made to actually have it aspect ratio 4:3 for the immersion purposes. If you do not like this, if you like this in terms of sticking with the theming of the general branding of PNT Public Broadcasting and having it be 4:3, if you do not like it, leave it in the survey, please. It is completely experimental. We do want to keep all the branding stuff 4:3, but if you do not like the normal stream, like Photoshop and all that stuff, if you don't like it this way, definitely put it in the survey so we know for future reference. And because we are going to be going a lot off of that survey. So we have this. We have. Let me keep going here. These not necessarily have to do. These don't really have anything to do with the. Well, they do. The Dream Staterooms. They don't have. They're not exclusive to the Dream Staterooms. These assets are actually going to be used through every single one of these digital recreations from Project New Tomorrow, and they are the button and GUI theming. Yeah, I know the chat's the stream is severely delayed, so I just watched the. I just looked at the chat now. I haven't looked at chat. I'm just now looking at chat. So, I'll have it up from now on. But yeah, I did see that. So, these are general assets that will show for the GUI when selecting things. So, this was actually for the pause menu, and it's a button when you click return to main menu. Are you sure you want to return to the main menu? Yes, no. We have to customly make all these things, or at least I have to, because that's my job. So, we have these buttons here. For our players in VR, because we will be in the future experimenting and providing content through VR for people, who want to use a VR headset and put yourself literally right in the middle of the action with our digital experiences, which I actually bought a VR headset for this purpose because I have so much freaking faith in this platform. So we have an advisory here. Just saying common things, common sense things about VR headset. Find a nice area, find a lot of space. Don't disorientate yourself. Please sit down while doing things. Take breaks. If you experience any bad things, side effects that shouldn't happen, you should probably stop playing. And we're not responsible. So, we actually have two versions of these. These will appear, they will kind of hover in front of your face when you have the goggles on. and then you'll take your controller or whatever and point at the start button and click it, and then it will allow you to go ahead and play the recreation. We also experimented with vertical GUIs as well. So this is the same one, same content, except it's vertical. We will most likely, to be honest, we'll use the vertical ones for the VR. Just being flat out honest here. We made both, or I made both, just so we have them, and so we can decide later. But I will say that we will most likely be using the vertical versions for the VR compatible experiences, which the end goal is to have every single one of the digital experience projects be compatible with VR. Multiplayer still has yet to be developed. Single player, I mean, duh, that's 100% going to be a thing. It's the multiplayer and the VR that's kind of the hold-off, like the main question right now. Because right now we have to put the thing together, and after we put the thing together, then we have to make the game design and make it playable, and then we have to figure out all the fun stuff of being able to let you guys do multiplayer. So that'll be a ton of fun. Coming from some people having zero experience with Unity and having to learn it from scratch. So that'll be really cool. We'll see what the heck happens. We have a pause menu. So I wanted to keep things very simplistic here, because here's the thing, is PNT and our digital recreations or experiences should be something that's elegant, and it should be something that you can't find anywhere else. And something that I told the guys immediately from the start is we do not want this looking like a Flash game or anything from like something like Newgrounds. We don't want that. We want a genuine, nice, modern, slick-looking experience. Not necessarily modern, but like a slick in between. Keeping with the branding and theme of Project New Tomorrow, which is kind of like a timeless 70s with all the blues and everything, which the blues offer really good contrast. So we don't want it looking like a garbage Flash game. We want it to look like something of quality and something with an actual ton of effort put into it. We want to provide good content and quality content, so we'll take as much time as we need to take in order to make it happen. Here's that main menu button again. I don't know why that got in there. Here's that Staterooms menu I was talking about earlier. So obviously, how this works is we have done all the assets separately. So normally the portholes, the 3 portholes would appear up here, but they're different layers, and they're not in this one. This is just the image. And this dead space down here, exactly, you want it professional, and you want it slick looking, and you want it looking good. You want it to look like something that you paid for, except we're a non-profit. Like, you want it to look like something that you paid money to be able to experience. It needs to be up to that quality. So you have, this is the Staterooms menu. This is what I was talking about earlier. These buttons, where it lists all the staterooms, I'm going to be honest, they're probably going to change. This does not look user-friendly, I don't think. It's very confusing with the buttons, and they're kind of scattered. I really don't like it. The dead space underneath this text is where, if you saw the Dream Staterooms preview of the main menu, that video, which we just animated in a video, I edited it in Power Director just to, it is actually not gameplay. I just edited it to make it look like gameplay, to give you an idea as to what we're trying to achieve conceptually for the main menu. So we have staterooms here. This dead space on the bottom, I know I keep disregarding it. These are the waves that would pop up and down on the video if you saw those waves. Because essentially what this is replicating is it's like giving you the idea that you're looking at the side of the ship towards the bottom, to where the waves are up here, and then this is like a ship side, and oh, the portholes, oh yeah, cool, woohoo. Oh yeah, here it is with the portholes now. I didn't even know I had this version. So this is, it shows you the buttons. So you have portholes, and then you have the options, but I'm probably going to go back and adjust the options later because it's just, I don't like it. And then, what is this? This right here was the original prototype. This was prototype number 1 for the main menu. And this is what the waves originally looked like. They would bob up and down. Instead of being more ovally and rounded, they were cut off like this. They were more realistic waves. But I decided, kind of last minute, I ditched this concept and I went back to the waves and I decided on something round just to make it easier, and I thought it'd look so much better, and it did. So, but this is technically what the first concept of the main menu looked like. The main menu has gone through so many iterations. It took me forever to even come up with a concept for this, let alone come up with an additional concept for the theater theme. Because the idea is, spoiler alert, the secondary theater theme is supposed to be like an Easter egg where you could change the theme. Sorry for the spoiler. We may have a third one, and just so we don't spoil that one, if we do have a third one, just in case, I'm not going to tell you what my idea is for it, because I don't want that spoiled. But basically, we may have a way to where you can change the theme. But if we don't, just in case, the nautical version will always be the main theme of this project on the side of the ship. So, I want to pull up some more signs that I did for this project. Let me load up my files here. Because there's a lot of recent stuff I've done too, I want to show you guys. Because it's not just graphic design too. We're actually scanning assets to put into the game. So I do want to show you that. Okay, I got a few more things loaded. So I'm gonna load these up here. And then I have to do a mass clearing or something because there's so many frickin' files. So I actually did this yesterday. So a lot of textures. So we have this texture right here. This is for the curtain. This is for the stateroom curtain. So this will need to be obviously textured to look more like a curtain. But this is the basic colors for it. Just to give you an example, I have collected a bunch of media from the cruise lines, because if some of you who are on the Discord know that I'm a collector of stuff, so I have a bunch of cruise line stuff. So I actually took that stuff out of my box that I have, or the folder that I have it in, I scanned it, and it will be used for the recreation. So we have postcards here. So when you go to the desk in the office, or not the office, but like the stateroom desk, if you open up the postcard drawer, there are the postcards. They will be there. So where we have 3 different versions of the postcards that they're complementary with the room, or at least used to be in the room. They weren't there last time, but whatever. They're going to be here this time because we want to. If something is no longer there, we're going to still put it in for nostalgia's sake, because we want to give people a little bit of a... We want it to be a nostalgia trip, too. So, even though the muster drill, which is the assembly drill for the lifeboats, even though it is now on the phone, and the stateroom video is no longer there, just because of that nostalgia and how so relatively new that is, nope, we ain't going to do that. We're going to put the... original, the one that was in the room, the muster video that's gonna play on the TV, to bring back that pre-2019 nostalgia for Disney Cruise. So even stupid things like this envelope here, yep, scanned it. This actually is not recreated. This is also a scan. You can kind of tell by these pixels here that it was scanned. So this is an envelope. So they would normally give you these, to send letters. Things like ceiling lights I made a texture for. These are, they go on the ceiling, of course. I think I made an on version and I made an off version. So this is the off version, and then on maybe I didn't select it. Things like this, there's going to be tons of friggin' Easter eggs in our projects, I will tell you that, so be careful where you look. There will be Disney-related Easter eggs, as I will show you on our Key to the World card, and there will be Easter eggs to projects of the past. So some of you may or may not notice some of these Easter eggs if you have been with my future past projects, and one of which is something I don't like to talk about and is very unfortunate. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to reference everything and into this kind of like grand finale piece. So there's going to be a lot of Easter egg references everywhere. So keep an eye out, because this is only one of them. There's going to be plenty more. There's going to be so much more. I'm going to jam them into all of our recreations, especially with the PNT logo. The PNT logo will be placed everywhere too. As apparent by the air conditioning control dial on the wall. Normally this would have the cruise logo on it. Nope, we took it out and we slapped the PNT one on it. So stuff like that. What we're trying to do is we want to make it obviously a PNT exclusive thing. So, and kind of as a watermark, not necessarily as a watermark. We weren't really thinking of it as a watermark, just as something special for PNT to replace logos with the PNT logo. So, we were going to try to do that for as many things as possible. Unless it is absolutely crucial, we have the Disney Cruise Line logo on something. Otherwise, we're going to try to make it a PNT logo, because why the heck not? It looks cool. It's a PNT branded air-conditioned knob. And this thing should be animated. I have like 8 different versions of these, all with these lights on or off. Hope to God we can have people actually turn this. Obviously, you're not going to feel a difference because virtual reality has not gotten that extreme yet. But, you know... it does something. Maybe you'll hear... Yeah, actually, no, I take that back. You'll hear the white noise of you screwing with the air conditioning and hitting the quick cool button. So we'll make that happen, but you ain't gonna actually feel anything, of course. But like touches like that will be really neat, I'll say, for something like this. Stuff like this is a veranda sign. All of these signs were done custom, and all the fonts had to be identified. We used font identifying websites, and I took pictures of every single sign, and we ran the signs through multiple font identification websites in order to make sure that we have the exact font, the exact color, the exact everything for these signs. So these, to my knowledge, and pray to God, are the exact colors and the exact font for the signage in the room. And even the symbols had to be recreated. I really wish I could find those photos. I'm going to keep looking for them of the signs that I worked on, because all of them are completely custom and show off the colors, the fonts, all of it. Every single one of it is crucial. So all of these had to be done by custom, and took a bit of time to do. But something like this is the Key to the World card. Is this the new one? Yes, it is. So... obviously, we left the DCL logo at the top, as it's kind of really deemed necessary, and the new Tomorrow one would look really stupid. Trust me, we've already tried. It says the ship name, Disney Dream, another Easter egg. I'll let you guys figure that out. We wanted to make sure that people did not, because I actually thought about this, and we wanted to make sure people did not think this is an actual Key to the World card. So... we shopped out the actual... we were going... originally, in the original model of this card edit, we had left... there's to the right of where it says Platinum Castaway, which is where it would show your Castaway Club status. It would have a number code. And that number code was going to be like a date. It was going to be the... I believe I was going to make it the dates of... it was going to be the date of when Disney Cruise Line officially debuted, or when the Dream debuted, I forget. No, it was when DCO was going to debut. And that was originally there. And I decided, just to make sure that no one thought it's a real Key to the World card, I removed it. And you can see very faintly at the bottom of the card, you can see the text that says, "This is not a real Key to the World card." Just because we're dealing with tickets and actual passes here, we don't want any of that trouble. This is just for fun. This is a recreation. So anything that could make it seem like an official card, we took off of it, so it's obviously not a real card. The date above, I will give you one of the Easter eggs away. The date above, where it says January 26, 2011 to January 29th, 2011, is the inaugural voyage of the ship. I believe, I hope. I hope I'm right about that, because if not, I'm going to have to redo this card from scratch. So, January 26, 2011 to January 29, 2011 is the inaugural voyage of the Dream. And then there's one other Easter egg. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. And let me go ahead and clear these. I actually need to... I should probably work on something too tonight and actually do something with my life instead of just stalling and showing stuff. But this being the first stream and wanting to show you guys stuff, just to show you that we're not dead. We are very much alive working on stuff. I think it's really important because I know the Discord's been really quiet lately, and for good reason. The Discord is dead for a very good reason, because there's really not much. We don't really have anything at the moment. We're just working on graphics, doing our thing with Trello and all that, and uploading signage, all the fun stuff. Oh, I did find more signs, thank God. Let me, I'll open them up for you. They're actually really neat. I really enjoyed making a lot of these. They're very fun. Let me get to the beginning here. Here we are. So, someone asks, will we get a custom card at the start? Like, enter a username and it'll be in the room, otherwise a default card. Honestly, I can't answer that right now. I don't want to promise anything, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that you're just going to get the default card. The plan is you'll be able to use that card in the recreation game. We want to call it digital experience because we like that very, more professional name. So you'll hear me relate to them as digital experiences a lot, as that's the official branding of how we're branding these playable things. Essentially, they are games. They will be ran on Unity on your browser. You'll access them through just like how you'd access any other game ran by Unity on a website. So they would be on the Project New Tomorrow website and hopefully be compatible with computer, phone, tablet, all that fun stuff. And so you'll load up the game. And to the point, the cards, the Key to the World card, normally when you're on board, it acts as your little key to power up everything in the room. It power all the electricity. To save power, you have to put a card in a card slot that's next to the door. If you don't do it, then none of your power is going to turn on. So what we're going to provide is we're just going to probably give you a default key because it's just a whole lot of aspects. Just because of how small our team is, we're trying to do the best we can with the resources we have, but we're unable to tell and release an update to a recreation. But for now, most likely you'll just get the default key and you'll be able to take it and put it inside the slot to be able to power up the room and use the electricity. That's really its purpose in the recreation, is just to power things on and turn things off in terms of the power. Because you're only, for each stateroom, you're only going to have access to the room itself. You're not going to be able to go outside of it. You're confined to the room because the purpose of the recreation, the experience, I want to make clear again, is to showcase the room itself. So it's like presenting all these rooms, all these different types of rooms to look at in one digital experience wrapped with a bow. Which is why we want to make it as interactive and as fun as possible, even though it may not seem fun for a lot of people. We want to make it fun for the people that are like, it's not that fun, and then go into it and they're like, wow, okay, I'm interested in this now. So a lot of these signs, once again, they're all custom. So we have this caution sign here, watch your head. All of these, this entire symbol here with the stickman. Where's my mouse key not working? There we go. With the stickman hitting his head on the bunk bed above the sofa. I had to completely do that customly. It does not exist online because it's custom. Who else is going to need this icon except for this circumstance? So the stickman had to be fully recreated. This entire sign, once again, colors, fonts, everything's important. I know this looks insanely cartoony now, but the graphics are going to look very cartoony and flat. Once the model team gets the graphic, then they're going to apply the lighting, and they're going to apply the 3D to it. And those little dots you see on the edges, instead of being flat dots, they're going to pop out a little bit and be rounded. So it looks like bolts. So this is all just giving the modeling team, aka Finn, because he's the one modeling for this project right now, giving them that graphic so they can take it and do what they need to do to bring it to life and make it work for the project. So things like this will go on the door. So this is the font. This one was I'm gonna hold back my language there. This was a challenge to make. Lock, unlock, fonts, all that fun stuff. Super fun. Another one. All these were custom. This one was custom. This is where the, if you remember the icon from earlier with the guy climbing the balcony, this is the sign it goes on. For whatever reason, I opened it separately instead of the sign, so here's the actual sign it'll go on. We have the fire alarm warning on the door. All of these are done. The only one that's not done that I've been throwing aside is the, what do you call it? The assembly station sign, which is on the door, and it's where the door hole is. It's very long, very big sign, and it does all the assembly information, how to don the life jacket, all that fun stuff, where you go to escape and go to your location to evacuate the ship, all that fun stuff. I haven't done it yet because it's a ton of crap to fit on that sign, so that hasn't been done yet, and I'm lazy like that. I'm like, I don't want to do it right now, and I'm just gonna hold it off probably until the very last second, until Finn bugs me and is like, hey, I need this now, and then I'll have to do it, and that'll be fun. That'll be a heck of a great time. Let me see if there's any other DCL assets I have. I'm not going to show all of these, but we have, the curtain. I already showed that. Key to the world card. Oh, I will show you. Actually, there is a first. This is the first test of the main menu. I was wrong. This is it. This is what the first one is. The portholes were on the bottom, and they were hella close together. And the logo was placed up top instead of centered. And I mean, this just made no sense. This, I originally had done this because I thought it would be a way to make the user interface a bit more easier for someone who's, not used to these type of things to be able to navigate. Because I want, these games and these platforms should be able to be experienced by every demographic age-wise. So the buttons, I want to make sure they're all presentable, and it's easy to navigate, and it's not confusing. But this just looks stupid. I mean, this was the original one. The portholes are on the bottom instead of being above at the top where they should be. So we moved the logo down to the center, and then we put the portholes up top, and then we were like, oh, wait a minute, this kind of looks like the side of the ship. Why don't we put some water at the bottom? So we put some water at the bottom, and kablam kabloom, you got yourself a really nice looking and slick main menu. So this was the original one. Not necessarily proud of it. One of the biggest changes was the removal of the Disney logo, and just for it to say Dream Staterooms, and the addition of the text and unofficial recreation by Project New Tomorrow. Those are the major changes to this. I should actually work on something now. So, I don't like this font. This is bad. This is really bad. So, I'm going to try and find a font in my list of fonts to change it. And once again, I can't, well, actually, maybe I can. I can't, what do you call it? Oh, yeah, I can. I can look at my stream while I'm doing this. I want to choose a font that doesn't look stupid, but matches the theme. The Newport one, DCL uses a ton for a lot of stuff, but it just doesn't fit in this scenario, circumstance, whatever you want to call it. And I will watch the clock here because I don't want to let this run on too long. I know Jacob was supposed to join us, Super Pop. He may hop in here a little later. He was originally going to join me at the beginning of the stream. I was originally going to have someone on. I was begging for anyone to come on so we could actually have a conversation about stuff and not have it just be me and awkward. But here we are, and the show must go on, so the show is going on. Let's see, show card Gothic. I can, while I look for a font, I can tell you guys a little bit about the future of New Tomorrow. I don't want to give away any... I have to word this very carefully, because I don't want to promise things or, give away the ideas that we have. But let's just say that we're looking at, in the future, once we actually get things out, once we're working on a few things at a time, and once we get out, we move on to the next things, and we're really going to expand upon walkthrough experiences, which could entail maybe a resort, maybe resort rooms, maybe a restaurant or two, maybe then we'll have a show category, maybe we'll do a show, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Attractions category, obviously we announced Dream Flight, and Dream Flight's now paused. Hooray. It originally wasn't supposed to be paused, but now it is, because schedules got all fun and dandy. So, Dream Flight had to be pushed back, unfortunately. I was kind of upset about that, but I had to do what I had to do in order to ensure quality, because I do really like Dream Flight. And I had done a ton of graphics for that, including making the chickens, which the chickens I did just for fun. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm stupid. These can be used on Dream Flight, so, hooray. Progress, yes. And I don't think I have any font for this that I like. I may actually have to spend some time digging, because this... Or maybe it's the colors that look funny. Something looks really bad. The walls look fine. We have two right now. We are doing the Dream Flight's paused. We're doing the, what do you call it? Dream Staterooms and Sci-Fi Dine-In. And that's all we're doing. I'm just telling you that we have a lot of ideas in the pipeline to expand the platform in the future. We are not taking under any new projects until these are done. Trust me. It's too much work, especially with how small the team is. We have zero desires to do that, so... But with Dreamflight paused, the Dreamflight being such an ambitious project that we can return to later, opens up the door. But obviously, doesn't open up the door. Dine-In and Dream Staterooms are done. which originally I thought originally I thought sci-fi was chugging along until it would probably outbeat the Dream Staterooms, but I guess it's not the case anymore. So the Dream Staterooms may be the first thing to be released with this platform. So we'll see what the heck happens. What is this? Group 1, Group 2. What the heck? Oh, this is for the wall. Fun. Actually want to edit this wood texture really quick. I think I have a color on it. Yes, I do. I don't like this. I want this darker. Let me, do I go to lightness, darkness? Is this doing literally anything at all? Oh god, yeah it is. Okay, let's move the slider back. Let's move it to about here. I like this. This is a little... Is this too green though? That's the question. Because there's a faint bit of green in here. It's actually not. There is no green, so I actually kind of like that. That's an improvement on that color. I will say that. Because the original color I did not like. So having it be this color now. The biggest pain, making this set was the biggest pain, I'll tell you that, because all of these dots I had to individually make out of shapes and just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It's just, oh my god, it was so insane doing that. It's like every single one of these dots had to perfectly be copy paste, copy paste. There's like hundreds of these things. They're on the squares on the sides, and there are on the lettering for PNT. All of these had to be copy pasted. It is so, oh my gosh. So we have those, and then we have the curtain backdrop, which the curtain looks like a JPEG that I copy pasted from somewhere. It's not. I made it in the program with effects. Took a blank image and just did some filters and effects, and we have a curtain now. So I'm unsure how this is going to look. I definitely do want, the one thing I do want, but the problem is it's going to be a pain to do, is have this be animated. It would look really cool if there were. The problem is how long it's going to take to do, and how much effort it's going to take to pull it off with the assets we got. So blinking's not out of the question, but it's not something I want to think about, because I'll pull up the file for you. I'll actually show you what it looks like. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. Photoshop file. I will find it. I do want you to see it. You'll laugh. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I have dots here. Hold on. Okay, so the dots are in here. Wait, no, they're not in here. Hold on, I'm stupid. Hold on. They're not in this file. They're in a different file. I'm stupid. Hold on. Aha! Here they are. So these are the raw files for the thing, basically, for the menu. So this is the steps. Oh, this is for the main stage assets, actually. Okay, let's pull up, if you look at this little menu down here, let's pull up, you see all these steps here? Oh boy, let's see all the dots. So this is for step 4. Dots, 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 dots. Whoa, look at all the dots. Okay, next step. Oh, let's put in some more frickin' dots. Here we are. And then step 2. Dots. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So I would have to change the colors on every single one of these individual dots. And by the way, these are only the dots for the steps underneath the sign. So we're not even at the main stage yet. So the PNT folders are folders that contain all of the dots that outline the PNT. And then the main setup outlines, these are the different rectangles. Bottom rectangle, top rectangle, side, column right, column. All of these are full of dots. So this one, dots, my god. It's just, they're all just, okay, these are rectangles. We'll give them a pass because they actually, so that is why I really don't want to think about making them flash, because there's so many. Like, it would be really cool. I'm not gonna leave it off the table at all. It'd be really neat, but that's a lot to go through and, you know, slightly change the color of each, because you have the dots over here and you have these, all these, down, you have the steps. I know it looks kind of odd once it's all put together, but this is actually a pretty detailed thing. So you have all these dots here, the colors. Like, if you go up further, you can't even see this on the main one, but you have like these 3D shadows to kind of make it look like the steps are 3D. So it's hard to see it on the actual main one, but the steps are 3D and give off that 3D look. And then obviously you have the PNT logos and stuff right there, like that. So let me go to the options menu here. So the options menu is going to entail the following. Or, why did I call it options? I called it options because this is not the one from inside the game. That is why I called it options. Options is actually not going to include a lot. The funny thing is a lot of these are made in Unity with the game design. So besides me making the options text and making this box look presentable, the content inside of it is all going to be added in the final gaming product. Which the only two things I think are being added in here, really the only two things that are necessary, are ambient audio and music audio. So there will be 2 bar sliders within this box here that you can slide and adjust to adjust the audio, and that'll be it, really. So that's it. Besides figuring out a good font for this options logo, and besides you know, fixing the colors, which I think the colors look fine. I think the problem is really that font, and it's really, maybe it looks off. It probably looks off because there's nothing there. Once there's something there, it'll look better, but something about this still throwing me off. I do like the screen and the frame on that wall with the shadow. I think that looks good to make it kind of pop out, and using the assembly sign as the return to menu sign, that's good. It's not, I don't know, this is something I'm going to have to revisit several times before I get something I'm finally happy with for this project, because you know, there's just a we gotta make it look right, we gotta make it look good. So let me see here. I'm probably not going to let the stream run on for too long, just because it's kind of a boring stream. I will admit that. Feel free to leave it in the survey. I know it's been boring. Really, I kind of did this. I went into this having almost no plan, just to see how it would go and to experiment and see how the reaction was from the branding and everything, and from how the stream looks, and to how the setup is. And if you guys like the, you know, the flow of it and the branding and all, just to kind of it's the pilot episode, or the pilot stream broadcast, to kind of really figure out what I need to do and test and adjust for the other ones. Most likely other times we'll have at least minimum of two people. hopefully, because I know you guys would be very interested to see modeling progress. I know that's a big one. I know personally, it's definitely seemed uninteresting because there's no modeling progress and it's all graphic design. And I understand that, these graphics are cool and all that, but people want to see, and I know you guys personally want to see modeling progress, because that's a big deal, is modeling all that with all the dimensions that we put together and actually showing a physical product instead of showing concepts and showing graphic images. I personally think both of which are equally just as important, because the graphics and models go hand in hand, but the modeling also is the physical aspect, so it does have a little bit of a priority over. So I understand why people want to see that more. And definitely when Finn is on, there will be a lot of, modeling. We actually, just the other day, we modeled one of the tables that will be outside on the balcony. I don't have any photos of that yet. They've yet to be sent to me, because I actually had to do a texture for that table. It's the table outside on the veranda. And we got that done quick. That was 15 minutes and it was done. So there's a lot of things that, with the graphics working hand in hand, will get done pretty quick. Really, the modeling should be smooth sailing. It's going to be the game design that, I will be honest, is going to be the hardest part for this platform. And I'm fine being blatantly honest. It is going to be the hardest part because of our small team and our schedules, having this be a volunteer-based project. So we'll see what the heck happens. I have full faith in this. I'm extremely confident. I think you guys are really going to enjoy what we're cooking up behind the scenes and from what I've showed you. And I think it's going to be a really great platform. So let me see if there's anything else I have to show. I don't want this to run on for too long because I know it is getting boring. We don't want it to get too boring and just have it be awkward. And so we'll just end it. We'll probably end it in the next minute or so, or 5 minutes-ish, maybe 45. We'll end it. Let's see. So what do I have that is fun and exciting to show? Not a lot. I have a lot of sci-fi stuff, but since this is a Dream Stateroom stream, or at least I have it labeled as that, I don't want to show that on this stream. Maybe in a different stream we'll talk about sci-fi. This stream is really reserved for the Dream Staterooms. So let me see right here. We have a lot of the symbols for the website. If you haven't seen the website was recently updated. I know that the fonts were kind of iffy when I first released it, but that was fixed thanks to criticism. So all of those icons were made customly for PNT. They actually look pretty great. And they will better show people what each recreation is going to have, what experience is going to have. So, yeah, fun and cool. Balcony, watch your step sign, balcony this, balcony that, ceiling bed, all a bunch of fun stuff I know you guys are dying to hear about. Whoa. Let's see. So yeah, that's updated. I think I'm honestly gonna end it here. I know we didn't work on much, but technically, we didn't say. We said a look. The description said a look into the graphic design going into the Dream Statements project, and we showed you a look, and we showed you all a lot of stuff in progress and what's going into the project. So you know what? We fulfilled the goal of the stream. We did it. So yeah, because it says join PNT Broadcasting as we present a look into the graphic design going into the Dream Statements project. Woohoo! We did it. Join PNT Broadcasting as we present a look into the suffering of Soyster as he does all the graphic designs for the Dream Staterooms project. No, but in all honesty, I'm having a bunch of fun doing this. This is extremely... this is a really fun project, especially because I love Disney Cruise, and I'll be back on board in 15 days. So I'll be able to go back on and get more dimensions that we forgot for the team, and get more photos of things that we need that we didn't get the first time, so they'll have a second opportunity to send me that stuff. But I think I'm gonna wrap it here. I really want to thank you guys for joining on a whim. I really appreciate it. Let me actually oh no, I'll leave it there. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream, the first PNT Public Broadcast. I really hope that you guys please take the time, just a few minutes, to fill out that survey that's in the description of this video. It's on our website. It's on a survey page. You can only access it through the description of this video. Really hope you guys fill that out and give me your honest thoughts about what you thought and how we can improve. If there were some aspects you didn't like, please let us know, honestly, and we will work into that. I promise you we will have more than one person on for the next one, hopefully. So yeah, they're just very casual and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys for coming, and we will continue working hard on the Dream Staterooms project, and we will keep you up to date on all of our progress. We have so many ways for you to stay up to date. We have our website, which is not as reliable when it comes to getting updates immediately, but we have our Twitter account, we have our Instagram account. Those can all be found in the description. And we have our Discord server. Our Discord server is where you can connect with the Project New Tomorrow community. Highly recommend it. We have a lot of fun channels in there. And we also, not linked in the description, but linked on our Discord server, we have our Trello. And our Trello is really going to be the main hub where you can view live and basically stalk our progress on the projects. And Trello will also be broadcasted to the Discord server automatically. So if you do not want to view it and you just want to view the Discord server, the Trello information is broadcasted to the Discord server. But there's a lot of additional photos and fun stuff that get uploaded to the Trello that don't appear on the Discord server. So definitely check those out. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for more. We'll continue working, and we hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening. Good night, and I'll see you soon.
This concludes another day of programming with an effective radiated power of 2,600,000 watts. Some or all of the programs seen are recorded on film or videotape. Good night and good rest.